here's the deal, guys. I would love to make my own video tonight, but I couldn't because my iPad is still in a weird, updating mode since I recently did an update to it. So, I'm having trouble with the Wi-Fi, so I gotta figure that out. But for today, I'm gonna kind of commentate on this lady's video. I may skip some parts. I may talk over her in some parts. I'll pause or I'll mute her. But this video I think does a good job of kind of explaining square roots of perfect squares. So here we go.
Square numbers, part 2. Introducing square root. Any number multiplied by itself gives us a square number. So if I pull up a multiplication chart, you can see all these square numbers highlighted in green.
Now when she says square numbers, I'm thinking perfect squares. That's the language we're going to use.
Each one is a perfect square because each one is the product of a whole number multiplied by itself, or a whole number squared. For example, 4 times itself is 16. 16 is the square of 4. It's exactly like finding the area of a square.
So she just talks through how if we have a square, this side's going to be the same as this side. So 4 times 4 is going to be 16 then, right? So that's a square number because we did a number times itself. And now she's talking through the opposite. When you have a square and you know its area, we're going to work backwards. So if this square has an area of 9 centimeters squared, we say what number times itself is going to give us 9 centimeters squared. So then, of course, she figures out that it's 3. Aha! There she is, 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. Then she talks about finding the unit of measurement, but we might skip ahead a little bit because we're not going to focus as much on measurement, but it's good to know. Yeah, what the number times itself, that's the square root. So 3 is the square root of 9. So here's the special math sign for square root. Woohoo! And this is how the square root sign is used. This asks what number times itself gives me 25. Multiplied by itself, that's what she's saying, gives me 25.
I come up with 5 because 5 times 5 is 25.
Ta-da!
And we write our answer like this. The square root of 25 is 5. When you write your answer, use the square root sign for yourself. To write it, start with a tiny dash, then go into a check.
How to make this. So we're going to keep going.
6. I know that you get 36 from 6 times 6. And now it's a statement. The square root of 36 is 6. Now it's your turn to practice some square root problems.
Okay, just for the record, practice is spelled with 2 C's, but I think this lady's British, so I think they might spell it a little differently in England. So that's why it's spelled funny.
Your teacher might give you some one-step problems like this, where you just have to state the square root. And there might also be some 2-step problems, where you have to find the side length of the square. And don't forget to include the unit of measurement. Both kinds of problem need you to apply your knowledge of square root. As you work, practice writing the square root sign so you can get used to it. And you've got this now. When you're ready, click here for the next film. In it, I'll show you.
We're not going to click to the next film. But that's the basics of square roots. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and you remembered to take notes. Take notes, because if you did not do the lesson, you need to have your notes tomorrow in class. Okay? Thanks. Bye.